Good afternoon, 6th graders. Thank you for joining us on this fantastic Monday afternoon. Today we are going to be working on trying, checking, and revising when working our way through a story problem. So here's the steps. The first step in working through a story problem is to try to make a reasonable estimate of the solution. Then check against the given information, so we're going to compare our answer to what the information is given in the story problem. If the answer is incorrect, or if we're way off from the information we're given, we're going to go back and revise your work to make it more reasonable. We're going to jump back up to step 1 until our answer is correct. So let's try it out. Movie tickets cost $7 for adults and $4 for children. On Friday, the total sales from 120 tickets was $720. How many adult tickets were sold? So first we want to read it and understand. We've read it, now let's make sure we understand it. We know that movie tickets cost $7 for adults and $4 for children. We're looking for the total sales of 120 tickets sold, which came to $720. The question is asking how many adult tickets were sold. So we're not going to focus on the children, we want to know how many adult tickets were sold. So now we need to plan it out and attempt to solve the problem with the information that we have given. So to help determine how many adult tickets were sold, we are going to try, check, and revise a reasonable combination of numbers. So since 120 tickets were sold, we're going to try a number out. So in order to do this, I'm going to make a chart. That's probably one of the best ways to organize information. So in here, I have, let's say we sold 40 adult tickets. So here I have the adult tickets. I have the child tickets, because while we're not focusing on that, that is still important information. And over here we're going to have the total. So let's say we have 40 adult tickets that sold. Now we don't know, we're guessing right now, making a reasonable estimate. If 40 tickets sold, that's $7 each ticket. So we're going to find out how much total the adult tickets are if we spent $7 on 40 tickets. So 7 times 4 is 28, with a 0, that's $280. Now, if there are 120 tickets sold, and 40 of them are adult, that would mean 80 of them were the child tickets. And child tickets are $4 each. 80 times 4 is 320. So we know that because we have 40 times 80, or plus 80, that's 120 tickets. So we have our 120 tickets. We need to know how much total money was brought in if we had 40 adult tickets, 80 child tickets. So we have the 280 for the adult, 320 for the child. 280 plus 320 is 600. Now let's compare that. So if we sold 40 adult tickets and 80 child tickets, we would have made $600. Now the question is asking for $720. So we know that that's kind of far off. We want to get to $720. So we need to revise our work here. In order to revise, let's make another chart. So again, we're going to have the adult tickets, the child tickets, and the total number right here. Now we know that 40 tickets for the adults that was too low. So let's revise it a bit. Let's go up to 50. Let's see what happens if we have 50 adult tickets times the $7. That equals $350. That means there would be 70 child tickets at $4 each, which equals $280. So we take 350 plus the 280 to get our total amount spent. 350 plus 280. 5 plus 8 is 13. So that's $630. Now we are still trying to get to 720, so we're getting closer, but we're not there yet. So let's add another box and try to get a little closer. Let's try 90. 90 adult tickets times the $7. That would be $630. And that would mean 30 of them would have been the child tickets at $4 each. So that would be $120. Because remember, we're trying to get to $720 and we have 120 tickets sold. 90 plus 30 is 120. We're still working with 120. Add the dollar amounts together. That leaves us with $750. Oh, what are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to 720. So 750 tells me it's too much. So let's go in between these. 720 is pretty close to 750. So let's back down just a little bit. We don't want to go too much further down because we're pretty close to where we are right now. So let's try 80 tickets. 80 times the $7 equals 560. That leaves us with 40 tickets for the child times the $4 a ticket. That means that comes to $160. Add the two together. 560 plus 160 equals $720. So we have gone back, we have tried, checked, and revised our answer until we got to the correct amount. Now going back to the original problem, it's asking us how many adult tickets need to be sold when the total sale is 720. So we know that there were 80 adult tickets. So, when trying, checking, and revising, there's a lot of different strategies you could try to solve the problem. Sometimes it would be helpful to draw a diagram. Other times, make a graph. Sometimes make an organized list. Make a table and look for a pattern. Simulate a problem. Solve a simpler problem. Try, check, and revise. We did that one with a table. Use logical reasoning. Work backward and write an equation. Any of these could be helpful when solving a problem where we're not given the exact steps to take. So I'd like you to try it. On page 158, try numbers 1 through 5 by tomorrow, and we will go over these in class and really work through some more story problems where we have to use our thinking skills. So if you have any questions, bring them to class. Just try your best on these. That's what we want to see. We want to see you attempting them. Try your hardest. And bring your questions to class tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening.